It do be that time. That time again. That time of the week where we look at men. Totally didn't intend the rhyme, but here we are. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are having a goob evening. Always good to have a nice chill Friday evening after what has been a very long week. Very long week. But things are on the up and up, you know. Things are going to be goob. So we're looking forward to that. Got some further updates on the raise I got at work. So gonna be expecting that money to come in very soon. Very soon. And yeah, so all that fun stuff. Yeah, raise and a bonus. So, damn. That's what's going on in my life right now. Just waiting on that money to come in and just keep plugging away. That's what we do best. I'm going to be busy with making some content this weekend as well as working on something for IRL stuff. So, yeah, that's my main plan this weekend is just keep things rolling. I might take tomorrow off just to focus on that, but who knows? We'll see what happens. That being said, I think it's time, oh, will probably help if I turn on the game. There we go. There we go. Turn that off. Yeah, so we're getting ready to go into the current content with Lurb and Deepspace. Playing some of that. It's gonna be good times, though, Chad, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not really thrilled about it because, it's with my two least favorite love interests. Apparently, this chunk of the story is going to focus on Raphael and Xavier, and if you guys have been to the stream before, I just kind of don't really care for their attitude, so that's where I'm at. But should hopefully be a good part of the story, and we'll learn some things. We learned a lot during Death and Rebirth, so I'm interested to see what kind of new revelations await us in this next chunk of the story. Any hoodle. Let's get rid of Spotify. Spotify, I banish you to the Shadow Realm. Make sure the audio is on for the Gameu. Yeah. Alright. Let's see what's going on here for tonight's chicanery. Ooh, press conference. At this long-awaited press conference, Val Sanatorium announced they would temporarily stop accepting new patients. Yeah, because he kind of hecked up with the last ones. According to the official statement, the rationale is that they want to focus their limited resources and expertise on patients with greater needs. Sup, Yellow Flash? I see you are doing the Lord's work in getting Danny into Kamen Rider. Good, very good. Also, welcome, man. It's Love and Deepspace nights, so we're just gonna be progging the story. We only got this chunk of story and like 3 others left, and then we'll be done with playing with the obligation to play Love and Deepspace on stream. But we might still pick it up every now and then, depending on what the event is. You just caught up on Zets? Good, very good. Like I said before in the Discord, I just need to pick one and go. I just need to pick one and go. And actually start watching some Kamen Rider. I've mostly watched clips here and there, that's why I say that. I thought Skull was a pretty cool guy, though. Let's see, according to the official statement, greater needs, that's right, I just read that. Appearing as a spokesperson, Director
Today is
Wicker, my favorite best animal called platypuses. If you want help picking, I can help you if you want. I'm fairly decent at picking first for folks. Hi, Jake. Hello, Deepspace. Hope you're doing good. Hope you have a good evening. Yeah, you know what, ATL, I'd definitely be interested to see what your first recommendation would be for me, as well as you know me anyway. I got some recommendations from Thunderbird about, like, some good starting points. You're at the works. Oh, I hope it's a decent day at works. I know sometimes it can be rough. But you know what? We give you the power of the Ploppity Plus to help you get through the works. W, which is where Skull comes from, is a good one, and one of my all-time faves. Yeah. I have been interested in watching W just to see how that actually plays out, because I know it starts off with Skull as the mentor character, and then W obviously takes main stage and all that stuff, but still, like, come on. Skull's cool, How many Kamen Riders have you seen wear a hat on top of their helmet? Exactly one. Exactly one. He's just a stylish mofo. Appearing as a spokesperson, Director Wicker takes no questions from the media and bows before leaving the conference room. Wicker's just like, yes, this is what we're doing, yada da. Bye. Whoop, 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 whoop. Skull is the boss both figuratively and literally. I kind of remember that from way back when I first watched those clips. Wear a helmet? You know what? You're right, G-Pace. We could get a Kamen Rider someday that does a double helmet. Right? Like, think about it. Groundbreaking new design for Kamen Rider. Double helmets. Excuse me. Having escaped the relentless cameras in hot pursuit, Director Wicker feels satisfied. His mission is complete, and all that remains is filing his final report. Just as he relaxes, a curtain flickers in his periphery. A hard object is pressed against the back of his head. Oh no. Somebody got the shooty pews. What are we talking about? Because I feel like I'm on a different page. Oh, Kamen Rider. The Tokusatsu show. I'd be down to host a watch party of W in Discord if you want. Yeah. That'd be neat. We were, I say were, just because we were doing this before the Love and Deepspace nights took over, and we plan to resume these. We were planning those for, like, Friday nights when we do, like, a hangout. Either play Cards Against Humanity or watch a movie or show. So, yeah. Yo, Denny! Welcome in. Yeah, I'm down for that. I am more than down for that. Just as he relaxes, a curtain flickers in his periphery. A hard object is pressed against the back of his head. I'm sure that's a pew-pew. Gaspeth.
I ask and you answer. So long as you don't
I am distracted. Oh no! It's getting in the way of the men! Okay, so this person's got a voice changer on.
We can talk about this.
Where's Benedict?
I don't...
The lie that was said instinctively has barely left his lips as the sound of a laser weapon being charged resounds. It just knew. Director Wicker bites the tip of his tongue. He uses the sharp gain to regain his ability to think and weigh his options.
I'm not sure, but he might be on an unnamed floating island.
Nope, not gonna bring current world events into this. Nope, we're just gonna scroll on by that one.
moving island. No one knows its exact coordinates. A person like me knowing this much information is already an exception to the rules. Please understand.
One last question.
Yes.
Is Stanley still alive?
Oh, Stanley! Director Wicker feels as if lightning has struck the back of his head. His entire body, even his heart, feels slightly numb. Uh-oh. He's not gonna have a good answer about Stanley, is he? Seeming unsure of how to answer, he mumbles incoherently, as if the question itself filled him with tremendous fear. A series of muffled gunshots reverberates behind him. Director Wicker's legs give out as he falls. He clutches his head, horrified. He stares at the reflections on the wall. The assailant who attacked him is forced to leave through the window. Their face isn't revealed. Not even once. I'll miss the wee. Footsteps approach. Director Wicker turns and cries out in shock.
Benedict!
Benedict.
Director Wicker, you handled the press conference well. You lived up to my expectations.
But you also seem to have survived the assassination attempt. Well done, well done. This will be up on your quarterly review.
However, it looks like you can access knowledge you shouldn't otherwise have.
Uh-oh. Looks like Benedict's gonna take care of
Since
him.
you're interested in the floating island, would you like to see it yourself?
At the sight of Benedict's outstretched hand, Director Wicker knows he has no choice but to accept. Oh, he gonna die. He gonna die. He's just gonna go disappeared. The private aircraft takes off under cover of night. It encounters a floating island that suddenly appears like a mirage. The aircraft lands, and Benedict carries the unconscious Director Wicker into the island's only dense forest. He places the modified Director Wicker on a metafied... metafied? What the hell am I reading? On a metal surface somewhere in the woods. Almost like a sacrifice. The body sinks into the ground. Oh, the forest ate him. The platform quickly passes through the artificially constructed soil and enters a cold, metallic interior. He's just going down the elevator. Okay. Meld, what are you doing? Why you having twubbles? Okay. It seems the YouTube stream's having some troubles tonight. Fun. At the end of the journey is a vast hall. Inorganic light flickers and spreads. Electronic displays emitting cold lights envelop the area. We're back in the frickin' building. Bright floors, curved walls, and soft lighting are constructed by the holographic blue lines. In no more than 10 seconds, a space is fully built. Even more refined lasers interweave to form 4 or 5 human figures.
This is the Fountain of Atay's latest achievement. It doesn't look impressive.
I don't know, Languid Woman. This kind of looks like a Twubble to me. Yeah, he was talking earlier about doing a watch party in the Discord, Danny. For later planning. A figure walks around Director Wicker, loses interest halfway, and turns to ask another hologram.
Long time no see, Professor Lucius. You took so many things from my Gaia biotech, and this is all you can accomplish?
I get the feeling she's a bad guy. I don't know why, but I get the feeling she's a bad guy.
The Fountain of Atay's core has nothing to do with your precious research center. Souls can't be shaped, and external devices are useless.
You're here.
Up, the quiet man. A new figure in the holographic space causes Lucius and the others to fall silent. They turn in unison to show their respect. They appear polite and trusting, even though he's an old man on a hospital bed.
Don't pay too much attention to this test subject. It's just today's extra. Or rather, a medium.
Oh, so Stanley's alive! +1 for Stanley. The old man makes a beckoning gesture with his hand. The floating platform carrying Director Wicker slowly drifts towards him.
Have the new wavelengths from the Deepspace signal been successfully decoded?
The silence is abrupt, and the holograms remain motionless. It's clear they're well versed in concealing their emotions. Finally, the old man rises from his deep contemplation. Subtle ripples appear in his otherwise emotionless voice.
The recent disturbances in the Deepspace tunnel remind me of that starless night from over a decade ago. The night when the signal from Deepspace arrived on Earth.
Ooh, now we're getting deeper lore, guys.
2034. In that era when aerospace technology was advancing, humanity's ambition for deep space exploration expanded faster than the Big Bang.
We do like our space exploration.
Institutions competed to decode it. They all wanted to be first. The literary world dramatized it. Ignorant masses worshipped it. And they even created the Deep Space Academy. But only our decrypted information is closest to the truth. Earth is about to experience a grand eradication.
Guys, if Earth is about to experience a grand eradication, I don't think we're gonna get that Kamen Rider night. Sorry. He slowly exhales and forcibly suppresses his elevated tone and emotions.
Then the monsters appeared. Geomagnetic disturbances occurred, and mass extinction events were expedited. The warnings in the signal became reality, one at a time. The grand eradication is a large-scale elimination process. This planet wants to abandon us and enter its next phase of existence.
Oh, so Earth's basically evicting us off the property. I got it.
For over a decade, I have strongly advocated for the Fountain of Atay. I've dispatched the Farspace fleet to enter the Deep Space Tunnel's depths to avoid being abandoned.
Next phase of existence, yeah. Unfortunately, it sounds like one where we're not going to have more Kamen Riders, so that's kind of stinky.
There were setbacks, but we managed
Wait, what?
to closest to her. To bring up 2034 again. Was there a mishap?
No. I know, right? That would be a sad existence. We just lost Super Sentai. I know. Oh, man, I'm honestly kind of bummed about that. That's the way that went down.
That will only make you a dog begging for fate's mercy.
Mercy. Also, hi Puma. How you doing, buddy? Hope your Friday's going well.
Lucius, you're old. The gears in your brain are covered in rust.
Hopefully it'll only be a 10-year hiatus like Ryder took in the 90s. I hope so too. Honestly, like, I think there's a lot. I think there's a lot of good that can happen when a franchise takes a good little break to just like let the I think the world is at a honey. It already did. Like a good 10-year break to let the creative juices flow again, kind of like, Godzilla did. we're getting new Metal Hero shows in the meantime. Ooh, Metal Hero. You're gonna have to tell me about that. Fill me in, because I like me some metal. Of course, probably different meaning of metal than what I'm thinking, but you know, all the same. Your brain is covered in rust, but Stanley, aren't you supposed to be old as well?
It only took a few decades for evolvers to evolve from mere humans. This proves that in the future, we can reach a point beyond our wildest imaginations.
So like Space Sheriff Gavan or Beeffighter Kabuto, the show's Beagle. Oh! So like new Beetleborgs. Okay, okay. I like it, I like it. Did they ever do anything more with Skullman? I want to say they didn't. Because they had the one anime OVA, which I have the DVD for, by the way. And I think they did some slight live action one with that guy, but they didn't do much with the Skullman beyond that, from what I recall. I think that would be a cool one to bring back.
We can achieve immortality.
Immortality.
Who knows if it's impossible or not? The Lemurians who escaped the last grand eradication are practically living specimens of immortality.
That's right, and Raphael's basically Lemurian. He'll be around forever.
Of course, there are also the little ones who came back from the other side of deep space.
Hey, Rathlon.
That some people found a way to survive.
Hey, Biru, good to see you.
Planetary immortality only costs a few more lives.
Everybody's taking
But
notes.
it's still cost effective. What do you think, Soren?
Yep, Soren is humping. I had a free sub from Subway, so I'm happy. Free sub? Hey, you know what? Hey, free food's always a good one. Most familiar with that one, so it was a quick look. It seems like Skullman was a dark predecessor to Kamen Rider. It kind of was, yeah. And it got like kind of a redone anime OVA, and it's kind of where Kamen Rider's Skull kind of got its main influences. Like, if you look at the Skullman and it's designed like the most recent one, and you look at Kamen Rider's Skull, they're kind of close. They're kind of close. Oh, so you can relax and cool off. Good, Rathlon. Happy for you. Enjoy the inside.
Aside from the decrypted deep space signal, there's
I can see where the inspiration would come from. Yeah.
Earth will face an apocalypse.
The apocalypse! That's without the heater being on. Ooh, you know what? It's getting warmer here.
Killable monster in the N109 zone. We can't confirm whether the life form is truly indestructible.
The unkillable monster. Wonder who they could be talking about there.
So how do we determine whether our persistence in pursuing immortality is a noble endeavor or absurd paranoia?
I heard Kamen Rider and I'm sold. Yeah, we're kind of having two conversations on here. We're going through the game, and we're also just talking about like Kamen Rider stuff. So one of these days, Flash, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. Trust me, like, we welcome the special interests here. Dread when tornadoes and hurricane seasons gets here this year. Don't remind me. Don't remind me that hurricane season is coming up. Then again, I'm not really in that hallway for that anymore.
The
Thank God.
Deepspace signal isn't an oracle or a prophecy. It's mercy from the universe's governing laws that wish to give humanity a reprieve.
And actually, if you guys can do me like a little bit of a favor, a little favor, if you would please. Remind me. Oh, thanks for redeeming the retention button. When I get around to cleaning up the Discord, because we gotta clean things up just a little bit there to make things a little bit easier to navigate. We need to add, because we now have a bunch of people that are into it, we need to add like a Toku section. I think a Toku section would be very much welcome in the Discord. Don't you guys think? Or we could talk about Kamen Rider, we could talk a bit about Super Sentai if we want to, and obviously we could talk about our boy Godzilla, our Lord and Savior. Yeah, but I'm thinking we can probably do that. Darkhaven screenshot posted in the Diablo Talk main channel. Yeah, I saw that. I still need to download that demo and play it for myself. You heart the Lord, you praise the Lord. Good, Puma. Good. And one of these days, once I'm done with, playing through this MSQ, we'll get back to watching like Godzilla movies and stuff in the Discord as a community thing.
What we're able to decode are predetermined facts already set in stone.
Yeah.
That evidence you want, it's already part of this world.
He sounds like he needs a lozenge. Raising his hand, violently fluctuating metaflux envelops the man bound on the platform. Oh, they gotta eat him. Because it will cause the necropolis to begin to spread. But what if I want the necropolis to spread? What if I want that? It's a level 6 zone? Gotcha. The transformation is completed instantly. A wanderer replaces the human shell only to be killed moments later by hidden weapons. And thank you all for hitting the retention button. I'm thinking about like adding like a sound or something to that. Depending. What other ARPG allows you to divert a river? I want to say Last Epoch tried to do some like environmental change stuff like that. But we all know what happened with Last Epoch. Gross. Crisp metallic chime accompanies the fresh protocore as it falls on the platform. Speaking of Godzilla, do tell.
Powerful pieces of evidence. After the Chrono Rift catastrophe, I discovered the connection between protocore energy and her. I knew what kind of mission the universe gave me.
Mm-hmm.
Using protocores to accelerate human civilization's development and allowing humanity to achieve an immortality that aligns with this process. Only then can we survive the grand eradication with little to no losses.
And we will bounce on a crazy... No, sorry. Felt the meme coming on.
Caused by the deep space tunnel are becoming more frequent. Protocores are always guiding us.
The protocore trembles and rolls into a container that extends beneath the platform. Sora makes several gestures in the air. The rhombic container activates the protocore as if it's establishing a connection with some distant space. You were forced to sing rap the infamous Godzilla song in karaoke? You talking about the Eminem song? Dude, Biro, you must got bars, man, if you can do Eminem. A rift that's shorter than a finger opens in the air. It quickly closes as its energy is depleted.
Recently, the frequency of spatial anomalies and magnetic field disturbances has almost reached the edge of time and space. Once a planet gets swept into that, complete
Depedity? Okay.
Did you come up with another way to deal with your former teammate? I hope we can defeat your little prince and prove to him that our Soren is the most capable one.
Yep, she's definitely the evil woman.
Matters involving the backtrackers aren't to be taken lightly.
Do you need our assistance?
Lucius.
I've had enough of those disgusting manipulation tactics you use on your brainwashed test.
My eyes bled. Oh, sorry, beer. So thanks for redeeming the Jakezilla. Appreciate you, Puma. We gotta get like an emote made that's like an updated version of that.
I don't need any help, and I don't need anyone's approval.
Well, Soren, you are, what's the word we're looking for? Doomed?
Today is my
Favorite best animal called Platypuses. I'm glad everybody likes that one so much.
Because of the hypocrisy.
Uh-oh. Let me try it. Thank you, Danny. Had to catch myself real quick there to get the timing on that right. Ah, what the? Why? Thank you again, Danny. All right. Now for a third, Danny White. I only have 4 songs in that thing. Actually, I think it's only got 2 redeems per hour on the cooldown. At least it should. At least I hope I set the give me 500 points. You goobers. Yes, Danny, why? Because Danny is a gremlin? You know what? That's fair. Hi, yes, I'm monster. Danny's a monster. But yeah, I've been working on my prior vocals, so it's getting easier to do. I've got some recording to do this weekend too, so you guys got some stuff to look forward to, like some really, really cool stuff to look forward to. I just gotta finish recording the vocals for them. Look, you unalive 3 people, and suddenly the village wants to unalive the kitsune. Well, you know what? That just sounds like a big overreaction to me. Totally uncalled for. I will make Xavier fall because of the hypocrisy, arrogance, and impracticality he clings to.
That outcome will be enough to prove I'm correct.
All right. In any case, they don't actually care about your personal matters.
Thank you, Christian Bale, Batman. Several hoarse, irregular coughs ring out like a broken clock. It creates a rhythmic agitation that makes hearts flutter. I record some throat singing things. Ah, yes. I've always wanted to learn,
is closing in, and the cage is tightening its grip.
Hang on.
It's time to bring her back to us.
Can somebody get this guy a Ricola?
Be careful, and try not to let the emissary truly awaken. Our most important hope mustn't be erased.
Well, hang on. Zane's the emissary. Why isn't this story focused on him for this chunk of the thing? Soren's image flickers and disappears, and the meeting ends.
I wish you all the best.
The holograms scatter and fade away as the cold laboratory walls dissolve. The scene of clouds died and the sunset colors replace it. You record some throat singing things. I'm going to have to learn from you a little bit, Beer, because I've always kind of wanted to learn it, but I've never quite gotten the technique for it. You know, I could go wee, but I don't get that nice little that people get. Empty hospital bed hovers above the clouds. It chooses to decay with the twilight rather than surrender to the night. Ooh, Beer posted throat singing. Hell yeah, I'm gonna have to listen to that after stream. I should probably get the guitar on, get some pics. Please do, please do. Share your instruments. We like to see them. I need to take some photos of, hope they don't nerf Bloodlash. Up. Tire scrape on the ground and whip up the wind. A brand new 470 HM carries me across the Moverse Bridge that's located above the city. I think MC is, speeding. Girly pop.
The magnetic field at the incident site shows coupled fluctuations, but the wanderers who correspond to them are nowhere to be found. It might be a new type. Be careful.
I'm glad you're enjoying the game, though, Rathlon. I'm definitely going to have to be checking it out soon. Copy that. I'm 5 kilometers away from my destination. I'm ready to do some dynamic data collection. And by dynamic data collection, that means touch some man today.
Lincoln City's phasing through things, dimensional ruptures, space-time rifts. Our missions have been weird lately. Everyone was spooked by that snowfall that happened outside of winter. They're jumpy now.
When the world is too peaceful, people tend to find their own sources of entertainment.
There are 500 missions every day. You might be entertained, but I'm not.
You can only play as the witch. It is an early demo, so I hope they do, like, release a melee class. Because I tend to play melee classes. Or paladin. Okay, don't be glum. I'll buy you a soda to sweeten your day when we get back. After my call with the data analysis teams ends, I look at the sky near the mission site. Howbeit a stylus, he is absolutely absent from this part of the story. They're gonna focus on Raphael and Xavier. Where you get total twink destruction here. Posted the sample on music. I saw that, Biru. I saw that. I'm going to plan to listen to that after swim. 3 weapons equipped, and change your weapons. You have a pressing V. Gotcha. The clouds stretching out for kilometers appear as if they've been sliced by a giant blade. The cut looks clean. Is Lincoln Online glitching in again? Blah, blah, blah. I can talk. Is it glitching again? It looks beautiful, though. As the snow that fell outside of winter melts, the recent Alterum incident is Alterum. I can say words. Alterum incident slowly forgotten by the public. However, unusual celestial phenomena pulled back the curtain on apocalyptic fears in people's hearts. Afterwards, anomalies, both big and small, arrive one after another. They are accompanied by rampant rumors such as the Deepspace Tunnel expansion theory, the 6th mass extinction event, and the great human catastrophe of 2099. Gadzooks! Aside from burdening deep space hunters and evil police with countless unnecessary tasks, these rumors injected plenty of chaotic entertainment into the otherwise mundane lives of Lincoln's residents. Dang, I know, right? They got mentioned in 2099. That means Spooderman's 2099 must be around. The only reassuring here is that Zane hasn't shown any more abnormalities. Translation for those of you who are not caught up in chat, that means Zane has not gone murder mode recently. But I know his troubles didn't end just because the Fountain of Atay press conference was cancelled. Benedict is continuing this plan behind the scenes again. Perhaps Zane's confrontation with them has also temporarily moved below the surface. Ever since we parted ways at the cemetery, he's been visiting the Fractal Library more frequently. Maybe he's trying to find a solution to this dilemma in the world of books. That strange boy with white hair told me all of this. He calls himself Shubai. He somehow got an electronic watch. When he's not using it to explore the novel world of the internet, he confides in me using what he calls irreverent words. Oh, so he's saying stuff like fuck. Or poop. Or even booby. For example, the emissary is hiding in the maze of bookshelves and ignoring everyone. The emissary is pulling all-nighters again. The emissary only orders milk tea for himself. He doesn't ask if I want anything. Scandalous, I know, right? At least the Fractal Library can access the internet. Set the kid up with some webcomics, maybe some Minecraft with parental controls. I turn off the motorcycle's engine when I reach my destination. I refocus, remove my helmet, and approach the edge of a buzzing crowd. Huh? Man's just throwing his wife under the bus for cutting the clouds. Either that or you're saying his wife's like, you know, anime level pro tech powerful, so who knows? On-site dynamic data collection will take 30 seconds. I'll check the records from the nearby stabilizer. Checking. Connecting. The fluctuation amplitude has been normal for the past 3 days. Wherever those coupled fluctuations appear, they coincide with protocore transport vehicles passing through.
This falls under normal interference. Dynamic data retrieval complete. Hold on.
I met a girl named Tara, and she lives in the heart of America.
The results from advanced tech labs are back. There is a 0.51% chance of a wanderer appearing. Great. That's one more false alarm to our list.
I mean, you know, it's still not zero, so...
A lot of rare phenomena are just astronomical occurrences. We're probably paranoid.
That's a good thing. A false alarm is better than the actual thing. Since the data has been verified, I'll close the case. Everybody go home. We're going to the speakeasies. Wide range protofield anomalies detected and Lumiace District. Immediate on-site confirmation required. Objective: joint investigation with Special Task Force to assess potential wanderer threats. Okay, we confirm.
Please don't block the area. The Special Task Force will confirm if this is related to highly dangerous evolvers. Deepspace hunters are on their way.
I mean, we'll wait here.
Hey, don't use this as an excuse to stand on the trash can. Otto, the city inspector, will photograph and record everything.
Dang. Otto's a bit of a narc. Pushing through the crowd, I pass through the light barrier the Special Task Force has set up. When I turn my head, I lock my eyes with the officer on duty. I said duty.
It's you again.
It's you again. Looks like we have found our girly pop rival. Which you can all graphic files at a time. Interesting.
This is the 5th time we've been assigned to the same mission, right?
Pics
What
in
a
Discord?
coincidence.
Ooh. Ooh, hang on, hang on. Pictures, we got pictures. Oh, a Squire. And a Frontman 15G. Always a good starting point. Always a good starting point. Heck yeah, Danny. Beautiful. I mean, free is free. Definitely free is free. And free is free is free is free. After evacuating the crowd and finishing our mission, the officer and I crack open energy drinks for each other outside a convenience store. Okay, so she's not a girly pop rival. After the last Alterum-related incident, your department and our association have been doing a long-term joint operation. We'll probably keep running into each other. And, I'm just, reframing this, and reiterating this like it's natural conversation and totally not, catching up the reader or anything.
They say it's to strengthen police-hunter cooperation and mutual learning. But I bet there are things they can't keep under wraps anymore.
When did you learn about the aliens?
Did you hear? Someone saw a futuristic spaceship in the forest. It fell out of a space-time rift.
Well, I make the joke and then it suddenly follows me up immediately. I don't know what to say to that.
The case disappeared the moment it was entered into the system. Don't you think it's suspicious?
Really? A futuristic spaceship? That's really sci-fi. When I's got the brain cell, you got the brain cell.
I've already dealt with 5 anomalies today. I'm going to do 2 more before grabbing a bite to eat. What about you?
Yeah, my usual quota for anomalies before lunch. I'm gonna need about 4 more. There's an extremely subtle disturbance behind me. Very subtle. It's like 2 bubbles rising from calm waters. It's to unlock a level 7 champion. Ooh. They're following a trace akin to gently rippling waves that swiftly disappears. I look at the magnetic field stabilizer. It's not sending out an alert. Oh, this is a special.
What's wrong? Do we have a problem on our hands?
It's from No Hunt Zone number 39. There might be more to this than meets the eye. Transformers! I shouldn't involve other people for now. I shake my head, and the words Xavier said not too long ago echo in my mind.
Based on my observation and analysis, particularly capable evil police officers are usually drawn to bizarre cases.
Alright, there's an update on that case we handled together. The one about the bathroom sinking and turning into pure gold. So, bathroom sink turning into pure gold. This time it was the toilet that transformed. A child's hand is stuck to it. And you say that, like, so casually? Now we know the MC's kind of getting numb to this.
Really? Don't tell me I'm about to encounter an evolver with a golden touch. I'll handle the golden toilet case. I can keep going. Good luck on your next mission. Stay safe.
Once the officer's figure disappears into the distance, I pull out my phone and send a voice message to a familiar chat. Xavier, No Hunt Zone number 39 shows signs of a magnetic field overlap. Their hands stuck to the toilet? What a shitty way to go. I'm heading there now. How are things on your end? No Hunt Zone number 39 was once part of the Lumiestis district. Lumiestis. It's where a large expanse of high-rise buildings was built along the waterfront to get a view of the river. But when the Chrono Rift catastrophe struck, the natural beauty and value that humans had assigned to it became meaningless. It said that No Hunt Zone number 39 wasn't supposed to be irrecoverable, but at some point, wanderers began emerging endlessly from the buildings overlapping shadows. It's as if a crack leading to some monster lair had opened up. The energy levels are significantly dropped later on and remain stable, and its danger levels are far below the average for no hunt zones. However, no one believes no hunt zone number 39 can be reclaimed. Whew. Yawn. Outside the perimeter, I've just parked my motorcycle when Xavier starts a video call with me.
Are you alone? And are you sure it's a magnetic field overlap?
Well, it just stole my fountain pen, so I'm gonna have to say yes. Kidding. It is. Those couple fluctuations, like two bubbles bursting one after another on the water surface, are obvious. This is a false alarm. This isn't a false alarm from the association.
I'll wrap things up here and find you. Give me 2 minutes. 2.5 at most. If you see anyone who looks like a backtracker,
I'll quietly follow them. You told me this multiple times already. You've turned into a worrywart with all this nagging, Xavier.
oh, I see someone who thinks I'm always nagging doesn't want the results about the biometric key.
You and Jeremiah finally figured it out. Tell me.
It's the same as the preliminary examination. We can't unlock it.
Boo.
All we know is that there's an unknown substance inside, and it's not a chip.
You mean...
We can only go to Soren and see if he can unlock it. He's familiar with the old Gaia Research Center. So you'll have to keep moonlighting for me behind the association's back.
It's a win-win collaboration, but you make it sound like I'm getting a bad deal. Unable to stop myself from grumbling internally, I poke his smiling face on the screen. Who would have expected things to turn out this way 2 weeks ago? Yep, we're doing the time warp chat. 2 weeks ago at the Hunters Association.
Rupture or instances of buildings phasing in and out. They're fundamentally related to magnetic field fluctuations and must be taken seriously.
Serious.
I know there have been many false reports lately, which makes it easy to overlook real threats. Everyone must remain vigilant.
As the briefing ends and the crowd disperses, I see a figure who shouldn't be here. Xavier? He showed up voluntarily. Is the world actually ending? Hang on, I got just the button for this one. In a usually deserted, quiet corner of the Unicorn's building lobby, I raise my arm to block that sneaky figure's path.
Fancy seeing you here, partner. We ran into each other in a corner. It must be fate.
This isn't fate. I'm cornering you and skipping the small talk. Xavier, you're at the association because those abnormal magnetic fields are actually a problem, right?
Yes. The issue is that the magnetic fields are abnormal.
You could have fooled me. My other arm quickly rises, and I promptly cut off his escape route on the other side. His eyelashes are lowered, and he doesn't speak. He just looks at me. What are you doing? Are you trying to use your eyes to show your sincerity? I'm not falling for that today.
Then should I try a different approach?
As he speaks, he furrows his brows, his eyes showing reproach. His expression displays disapproval. I'm not falling for this one either.
Oh. Well, I guess I failed. I don't have another trick up my sleeve.
I'm not falling for this third one either. How dare he? Fine, if you won't tell me, then I'll go ask our good friend, Jeremiah.
I'm trying to find someone.
Oh? I turn and look at Xavier.
Soren. Based on what we know about him, he's most likely hiding in areas with magnetic field anomalies.
Sorry, I had an itch. Oh!
And most of these anomalies may be linked to the flux nexus.
Aside from hiding in magnetic fields, are there any other clues that can help us locate Soren as quickly as possible?
Recently, some backtrackers I've lost contact with have returned to Lincoln secretly. They left the backtrackers to follow Soren.
Oh, he's putting together a group.
I also visited Isaiah today. Back then, he left the backtrackers with them, and they all joined Ever. Soren's whereabouts? I'm afraid only Isaiah would know.
I've heard the name Isaiah before. I saw him at a psychiatric hospital, too. At that time, I was doing a Wanderer Defense seminar, and it happened to run into Xavier, Jeremiah, and the person they hid behind them. He was a strange young man who appeared to be mentally ill, yet he stared at me with a sharp gaze and said he knew me. According to Xavier, Isaiah had already escaped with a lot of Ever's classified information. He was on the run for a while. When they saw him again, he had already become dazed and confused. He also lost part of his memory. I haven't seen Isaiah in a long time. Jeremiah must have moved him somewhere else. How has he been lately? Did he remember the grievances and entanglements between you? Does he still remember Soren? Lot to ask in one go. He gone. Isaiah has left the building. What? Did Soren kidnap him?
I don't think so. I went to the cottage where Jeremiah had him staying. All his clothes were still there. The only thing missing was the Order of Lightseeker's uniform. He probably remembered something and wants to handle it in the identity he values most.
At the edge of No Hunt Zone 39, a somewhat furtive figure flashes by. Those long robes look out of place in Lincoln City. And what's even more peculiar is... when he disappeared, did he take the Order of Lightseeker's uniform and sneakers?
A pair of sneakers was missing from the shoe cabinet. They were blue.
Excuse me, I'm just gonna go grab Isaiah real quick, I immediately cross the perimeter and start up the 470 HM. I chase after those blue sneakers. I see him! Hurry up! You need to be here now! Howdy! The chase is really ramping up. Another royal! The 470 HM races through the dilapidated streets as I watch Isaiah dart into an intersection. He entered a narrow, winding alley squeezed between two tall buildings. Who knows where it leads? He wasn't in the best place when I saw him last time, but he's still a backtracker, so I shouldn't underestimate him. I stop at the intersection to think for a moment. Then I leave the motorcycle running and quietly get off. I approach the alley's entrance on foot. As I look down the intersection, I notice something hidden deep within the alley's darkness. This doesn't feel like a trap or ambush. Woodja. That fluctuation, it's inside. If Isaiah knows Soren's whereabouts, then maybe he fled here to meet him? I send the updated coordinates to Xavier and crouch as I slip into the alley. My combat boots traverse the dust-covered ground silently. Not even a single speck is stirred. Oh, we do got an ad break coming up, guys. We do take our 3-minute ad break on the hour. That way we don't gotta do pre-rolls. So when we do take those 3 minutes, please feel free to get up, do a stretch, get a snack, get a water. Do whatever you need to do, maybe even do a little bit of throat singing and that kind of stuff. And we'll be back shortly as soon as those ad breaks are over. We will be pausing the game, that way you guys can keep up with the story and we're not getting ahead of you for any reason. So yeah, we'll be back after that. Ooh, more gear. I like that post there, Danny. Free 99. Oh, what? And let me pull up Spootify while we're waiting on that ad break to kick in. That way you guys have some music to chill and vibe to while we're on the break. If you know, don't get the ads. And this is a night. We're just gonna wait for it to kick in, and then we'll get on with that. I'm probably gonna get something like to sip on too. Now that I think about it, a lot of talking going on tonight. And we up. Nope. Okay, hang on. Checking things real quick. Up, there we go. All right, we'll be back very briefly. Sorry, guys. I just wanted to get something to drink. Just a little sippy, that's all. That's all I want to get. Spotify, you get out of here. Alright. I advance cautiously when my body feels all heavy all of a sudden. It's as if I passed through an invisible barrier. Flinching back, I find a soft glow suddenly filling my vision. Not the bloom effect. Hey, Nani? Ande. What's going on? Guys, I think we found the Fortress of Evil. The narrow alley is replaced by a spacious stone street that leads to a plaza. At its center is a massive sculpture. I step back and turn around, but I don't return to familiar surroundings. The sensation beneath my feet is so real that it's undeniable. I have experienced this before in the other magnetic field overlaps I've dealt with. In a park, a vintage stable appears out of nowhere. Stairs leading to a rooftop turn into a mural. A well materializing next to a platform. I can speak. I can read. I have that capability. Alright. But none of those anomalies were as vivid as this. It really feels like I traveled into another world.
How long are you going to stand there like that?
As long as I want to, mother effer. That somewhat haughty voice belongs to Isaiah, who looks even more arrogant than he sounds. The well-fitted knight uniform makes him look much sharper, and if you ignore his blue sneakers, he'd probably be intimidating. Unfortunately, they're hard to ignore.
You're being very rude right now. What's with that look on your face?
Just looking at those blueberries on your feet.
If my night boots hadn't been damaged in the previous battle, I wouldn't need to dress in such a ridiculous manner.
Sure.
Jeremiah, the despicable scoundrel. He only gave me everyday shoes.
Are you sure he didn't give you the everyday blues? Wow. He definitely has grievances. Seeing that I'm not reacting to his complaints, Isaiah probably feels like he's talking to himself. Gritting his teeth, his expression shifts. He raises his chin to address me with renewed dignity.
I saw you outside the no-hunt zone. I knew you'd respond to our royal homeland summons and come here. This is your destiny.
My destiny? I thought my destiny was just to, go around and, date 50 different guys.
And an opportunity that fate has granted me.
Uh-oh, he's talking about fate. Sir, I don't think you want to be the sixth love interest. A faint luminescence coalesces in his hand and transforms into a short sword. He points it at me.
Isaiah, 5th Squadron Leader of the Order of Lightseekers, Senior Counselor of the Royal Council, and member of the royal family's last generation.
Oh, he's got a title.
Formally challenges you to an honorable duel.
You'll fight me as 3 people? Hunters have rules. Sorry, Deep Space Hunters have rules. I can't accept your challenge.
Are you treating me like a child?
Maybe? It turns out even the most arrogant person will lose their dignity when pushed to the breaking point. Isaiah doesn't wait for my response. As soon as he finishes shouting, he charges at me like an elegant yet furious goose. Oh god, they played where winds meet. He raises his sword. I move almost simultaneously. I'll create some distance between us and use the electrical rounds to incapacitate him. As soon as the bullet leaves the gun barrel, my target has already flickered and vanished. He can teleport as well. Having seen Xavier's teleportation combat style so many times, my heart skips a beat. I pick a direction and run.
You're running away during a duel? You've changed.
It's called putting distance. I'm a ranged fighter right now. I look back. Isaiah is now standing where I had been, his sword slicing the air. He looks in the direction I fled to, and his figure flickers and vanishes once again. Enemies who can teleport are so annoying. Xavier's weakness. What was it again? Before I can figure out, a light flashes. Isaiah teleports to be just a few steps away from me. That's right, distance. Even if they both use the light evol, he's still not Xavier. Only those whose evol is as strong as Xavier's can teleport everywhere. Judging by Isaiah's evol, 10 meters is his limit. A strategy gradually takes shape in my mind, and I sprint at full speed towards the plaza. Man. The traps I dropped along the way occasionally work. They electrocute Isaiah until he flickers like a malfunctioning streetlight. Oh, he's just going... When I reach the base of the giant sculpture, I prepare to welcome a furious Isaiah into my trap. Like the spider to the fly. But he actually stops in his trap.
Out of all the places you could have chosen, do you know what it means to duel here?
No, not really. Following his arm, I examine the somewhat indistinct statue behind me. The magnetic field isn't stable enough. The sculpture's upper half is lost in a shapeless void, and the lower half isn't exactly solid. It looks like a sword.
Whether it's intentional or not, you've chosen to let this duel continue with the holy sword of the goddess as your witness.
Oh no. Isaiah flourishes his blade, then he holds it upright in a formal stance.
I shall treat this more earnestly and give it my all.
Why did he suddenly get so serious?
You're not going to say anything? I know what you're planning. You want to provoke me so that I'll lose my composure. Then you'll exploit an opening.
Well, I mean, we were kind of thinking about that, maybe, but, you know, part of me was just kind of hoping we'd stall long enough.
Let's see if you can still predict my sword techniques.
Meeting his calm gaze, I have a bad feeling about this. Blade strikes, each faster than the last, move closer step by step. When my heel hits the hard base of the sculpture, I realize I have nowhere to run. Clank. Oh, there he is.
Xavier!
Before the light fades, Isaiah is already calling out the name of the person before him through gritted teeth. The twink has arrived! Ba-bum. Ooh, I like that little remix they had going on for the intro song. Yeah.
Drawing your sword against an unarmed opponent. Is this your idea of chivalry?
Yeah.
What do you mean? She has a gun!
Damn it, Isaiah, you weren't supposed to notice. Xavier looks at me and the gun in my hand. His expression remains the same.
It's wrong if one party in a duel doesn't wield a sword. For the sake of your knight uniform, I acknowledge your sincerity for this duel.
Ooh, the sincerity. The familiar light blade in his hand gathers light as he gently pushes me back with his sword arm. The blade cuts the air as it's pointed directly at his opponent.
She doesn't have a sword, but I do.
Do you think I'm stupid? I didn't win against you last time, so I won't...
Similar to how Isaiah did give me the option to refuse, Xavier doesn't wait. In a flash of light, two blades, one long, one short, clash. Did they just do a subtle peener measuring joke in there? I feel like they did. Either that or my brain's just in the gutter. Either way, at first I admire the intensity of their battle, the excellence of their swordsmanship. But then the flashing lights, bright and dim, which, by the way, chat, watch out, flashing lights, become so dazzling that I can no longer make out the fight's progress. Finally, a cry of pain cuts through this thorough display of light pollution. Whether bright or dim, all the lights have now fallen silent. Isaiah rolls across the smooth stone pavement until he comes to a stop in front of me.
All the honor you wagered now belongs to her.
Honor! Somewhere Prince Zuko is just twitching and feeling that word.
On what grounds?
On the grounds that you lost.
Fine, it's pointless for me to take it anyway. Xavier can't help but chuckle, and judging by how Isaiah is glaring at us, it seems like he'd like nothing more than to leap up and stab his sword through both of us. I crouch in front of him and pick up a badge that fell off his uniform. Since you lost, I should be able to ask a few questions. You escaped and came all the way here. Why?
This isn't the place to do an interrogation. The magnetic field isn't stable. Let's take him back and question him properly.
I look at Xavier, and he gently shakes his head.
Soren isn't here.
All right. Seeing a band of light that's thick as hemp rope appear in Xavier's palm, Isaiah rubs his waist as he gets up. Hatred tinges the words that leave his mouth.
Don't you dare tie me up. I am the 5th Squadron leader of the Order of Lightseekers, senior counselor of the Royal Council.
Will you promise you won't try to run off again?
The holy sword of the goddess shall be my witness.
This is the first time Xavier looks directly at the statue known as the Holy Sword of the Goddess since he arrived here. He looks as calm as still water, and he says nothing else.
Capturing me is pointless, Xavier. You don't know how to leave this place.
But it sounds like you do.
I won't say anything.
You're one of us now. What you know, we know.
How am I one of you?
Even a defeated enemy is still human.
As he speaks, ribbons of light flow like water and form secure knots around Isaiah's wrists.
You?
Stop being evasive, just tell us how to get out. You don't want to be tied up forever, right? Xavier walks over to stand beside me and crosses his arms. With a calm confidence, we look at Isaiah. Isaiah maintains a composed expression while gritting his teeth. Then he reluctantly gestures at me.
Breaking through a magnetic field overlap is difficult for others. But it'll be simple since you're here. Find the flux nexus that is gathering energy and destroy it. Then the energy will disperse. The field shall collapse soon after.
Okay, so the standard to do when it comes to this. I crouch and place my palm on the ground. I'm about to resonate with the surrounding environment, but Xavier pulls me back. Yoink!
Don't act rashly. If it just involves destroying the flux nexus, then I can do it too.
The standard is the standard. That's right. Hey, Thunderbird, how you doing, buddy? We were having a whole conversation about it. We were having a whole conversation about Kamen Rider and Tokusatsu earlier. And we might be doing some watch parties in the Discord later on. Like, not immediately soon, but we're planning for the future. Just FYI.
Of course. One massive evol burst can make any magnetic field explode. Assuming you don't have that thing on your neck.
Thing. Well then. Yeah. Isaiah lifts his chin to expose his throat and mockingly taps his nape.
Otherwise, it'd be suicide.
Let me do it. I pat the back of Xavier's hand. Then I close my eyes and activate my evol to search for the flux nexus in the magnetic field. Going to where the energy converges, I discover that the flux nexus isn't very strong. I use the resonance evol to destroy it. The swirling abnormally concentrated energy disperses like lambs released from a pen. It drifts away peacefully. The surrounding scenery splits apart, collapses, and shakes violently. Yep, hang on. We're getting our story mandated touch scene. Taking one last look at the blurry visage of the holy sword of the goddess, I suppress the strange feeling welling up in my heart and grasp Xavier's outstretched hand. Oh, she's hand-holding. They're holding hams. The 470 HM speeds away, and the commotion fades with the receding dust clouds. This part of the urban ruins returns to its lifeless state once more. How degenerate, I know, right? It's like she's going to have like 50 billion babies or something. How could she? Her greed knows no end. It's past midnight. Thick fog rises amongst the towering buildings, and it silently creeps up their exterior walls to engulf them. 3 hooded figures walk into the fog and stir eerie ripples in their wake.
We can't get in now without an anchor point.
I didn't expect her and Xavier to charge in.
Solid Snake?
It's all because of Isaiah. When he goes crazy, he's not afraid of anything.
Did she see the holy sword of the goddess? Do you think she'll remember us? And Philos?
Kept you waiting, huh? Otakon. We're in an Otome game. Oh, Snake, this is not like my Japanese animes. I like harem romance. The backtrackers acting as their leader crouches down, and her palm hovers over the ground. The chaotic traces are washed away as if they were cleansed by water. The cracked road beneath seems corrupted like code that's glitched out. A small section transforms into a weathered, heavy slab that made of pure white stone. Return the slab.
Soren didn't lie to us. It's real this time. He actually did it. Now, waiting is our best offense.
But Soren specifically asked us to work with Ever's cleaners to intercept and eliminate Xavier.
What are you offering?
Does that also include Her Majesty and Jeremiah?
Her Majesty? We got a queen involved? Oh no.
They shouldn't be able to stop Soren's plan anymore. Is this really necessary?
The backtrackers fall silent. She pressed her hand against the stone slab to slowly, reluctantly caress it. Caress the rock.
Qualified leader. It's up to you if you want to follow his orders. Regardless of whether his heart is consumed by hatred or blinded by madness, what he's doing hasn't betrayed the backtrackers' original goal. Until the outcome is decided, I will never give up. This is my responsibility as a backtracker. It also involves my honor as a person.
An unknown path ahead and giving it our all. If we're still hesitating at this point, we'd be too weak. If everyone could always be like Xavier, the backtrackers wouldn't have split up or ended up like us.
The faint sound of a bell drifts from the fog's depths. The three almost simultaneously look into the distance. Classical buildings of varying heights cast shadows that flicker in and out of view. They vanish as quickly as they appear, while thick fog surges with hidden currents. So are they just carrying the fog machine with them? Is that what they're doing? You know, is that how they keep their mystique? They're just carrying like a little fog machine with them, and they turn it on before they enter the scene? Because, you know, that's pretty well thought out. Yes. Someone waits in restless anticipation for the final reckoning to arrive. The final reckoning. Diddle-dee-doo. Diddle-dee-doo. Alright, questioning at Philo. We're getting into Philo now, guys. If you feel me. After leaving No Hunt Zone number 39, we escort Isaiah back to the flower shop. His hands are bound by bands of light.
You promised you wouldn't tie me up, but you went back on your word. I'll dismember you, turn you into custard to spread on bread, and eat you.
Somebody's got anger issues.
You don't like custard.
Called out.
They said they wouldn't tie you up, but did I say that? I'm pretty sure I didn't.
That's true. Jeremiah wasn't part of that deal. Now in Jeremiah's territory, he grabs Isaiah in one fluid motion and throws him into the chair. Then he pulls out plastic zip ties to secure him to its back. Seeing the lucky bamboo nearby wrapped up, Isaiah kicks his leg in a panic. A bucket of herbaceous peonies, grade A with a black label, falls over. The flowers lie scattered on the floor. It looks like Jeremiah has reached his limit. Oh no, he has had McFrickin' enough.
Can I knock him out?
That's not a good idea.
Do you really think he won't betray us again?
Without saying a word, Xavier drags over a high stool and sits down. He slightly raises his hand and creates 4 walls of light that surround Isaiah.
Why would you use our family's punishment on me over something this trivial? How insulting!
He's gonna McFrickin' lose it, I know, right? I swear, if they knock over the begonias, everybody's done for. Huh? This is baffling to watch. I nudged Jeremiah with my shoulder. Hey, Jeremiah. What's the relationship between those two?
He's from the Philosian royal family. He's Xavier's younger cousin. He's always had a bone to pick with Xavier ever since he was born.
Subtle. Huh? He's royalty? Xavier? Royalty?
Those flowers are precious. You shouldn't have kicked them over.
Nice pivot there, Xavier.
I'll let you go after you answer a few questions.
Isaiah silently glares at us. He's settled for a non-violent, non-cooperative state. The standoff lasts for a second. Then Xavier and I look at each other. The corner of his mouth twitches to signal for me to go, but I quirk an eyebrow signal for him to go. You know, they're just sort of like looking at each other like this, like, and she's just kind of like, and he's just kind of like, and she's just kind of like, meanwhile, Jeremiah is just all the way over there, just like, you know, kind of like that. 3 seconds pass. Xavier's gaze shifts slightly. He gets up, moves me to the high stool with my back turned away, places his hands on my shoulders, and whispers.
We have to quickly get useful information out of him. You're the only one who can do it.
Or maybe that you're just being a lazy bum.
Jeremiah gets into arguments with him, and we're hostile towards each other. He won't cooperate.
After that unfriendly encounter in the magnetic field overlap, he probably won't be willing to cooperate with me either. A soft laugh reaches my ears, and Xavier gently touches my earlobe. Oi! Oi! Leave those alone!
Don't underestimate how much you mean to him. To all the backtrackers, you are different.
It's gonna be revealed that I'm technically like the queen lady of the backtrackers, isn't it? I'm calling it right now. Fine, the worst that could happen is we waste more time. At least we have some time to spare. Xavier turns me and the stool to face Isaiah. I clear my throat before addressing him. Why did you run away?
Why did you appear near no hunt zone number 39?
Because you ran away. I sensed a magnetic field anomaly. We've been investigating anomalous incidents recently.
Investigating? So you're not sure what's inside that magnetic field either?
Thanks for giving us that detail.
Aren't you afraid I might mislead you?
My approach is no match for Isaiah. He's controlling the flow of the conversation. How'd you find the overlap? You say you escaped to go to no hunt zone number 39 because of the magnetic field overlap? How'd you find it? Special equipment? Or did someone give you the information? It's not hard to guess. The place must be related to the backtrackers. But Xavier and Jeremiah could only conduct systematic searches for abnormal magnetic fields. Someone is supporting Isaiah, or was he the one who planted the Flux Nexus in that magnetic field? The relentless questioning is putting a considerable amount of pressure on him. I feel more confident. We only had to choose one different option, and suddenly he's just folding like a deck of cards. For the next question, I turn to Jeremiah. He decided to escape today. Is today special?
I gave him a monthly subscription for Lincoln Monthly. I didn't let him have any other way to contact the outside world.
Guys, fear Jeremiah. He only lets you have subscriptions.
Today should be the day he receives the magazine.
Nothing seems to be off. Lincoln's anomalous incidents. In other words, you only learned about the anomalous incidents in Lincoln City today. We can assume that you are aware of the magnetic field overlap in no hunt zone number 39. Based on the reports in the newspaper, you knew that certain things had already begun.
You've made your assumptions. Why are you still questioning me?
I'm building to it. Isaiah looks at me listlessly, his stubborn defiance gradually fading away.
No hunt zone number 39 was one of the locations Soren selected. It was the closest, so I just decided to confirm it. I never thought. Everyone underestimated Soren.
Not me.
Yeah, that's right, Jeremiah. Jeremiah's the true brains behind this operation. I always knew he wasn't someone you could mess with.
I didn't doubt him either.
Fine, I'm the only one who was blind to the obvious. Are you even listening to me?
I'm sorry, Isaiah, say what? Xavier and I promptly restrain Jeremiah. And Xavier puts on a serious expression. He signals for Isaiah to continue.
During our backtracking, we theorized many potential solutions to Philo's crisis. One was planet transplantation. You saw the state of the magnetic field overlap? Don't tell me you didn't realize it was one of the methods for achieving planet transplantation.
I mean, well, now we know.
All the methods we discussed exist only in theory. They're impossible to implement.
Then how do you explain what we saw inside the magnetic field? If this was just an abnormal magnetic field caused by spatial fractures or displacement, it should have been empty inside.
He's not wrong. What about those buildings we saw? Those are clearly the products of a civilization.
Inside No Hunt Zone number 39 was Philos.
Philos? Even though I had a feeling this might be the case, I'm still shaken by the confirmation. That's where the backtrackers came from? Xavier's home? As if sensing my unasked questions, Xavier shakes his head.
It looks like our homeland, but I doubt that's the real Philos.
It's like, you know, the Temu version of Philos, you know. Lower grade quality.
It's more akin to a projection.
See what I mean?
Think of how light from a planet travels for a long time before being observed. What we see in that moment is actually how it was many years ago.
Also, welcome back, ATL Yellow Flash. Returned from dinner, you had curry. Delicious. Hope it was good curry.
I agree with your assessment.
Chat, how you like your curry? You like it spicy or you like it kind of mild? I'm somebody who leans towards more the mild just because I don't want the obvious aftermaths of curry to cause any discomfort on the way out. Never had curry, so I can't say, oh, Rathlon is worth trying at least once, man. I like the curry I had in Japan. Yes. That's one of those things I'm actually very much looking forward to if I ever travel to Japan sometime in my life. It's at least a goal.
What we can confirm right now is that Soren found a way to create magnetic field overlaps. Maybe he's actually attempting to do a transplantation.
Ooh. Everyone is calm, so I quickly compose myself and follow their line of reasoning. I don't really understand the planet transplantation thing, but since it's supposed to solve Philos' predicament, it should be affecting Philos, right? Soren is on Earth right now. You don't think he's planning to transplant Earth, right?
Good question. If you hadn't have dragged me back here, I would have already tracked him down and forced him to tell me his plans.
Also, Noel, thanks for the retention button. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well.
I guess you'll have to find the answer yourselves.
Or, you know, we can leave you alone with Jeremiah for like 5 minutes and let him work his magic.
See? Maybe we should have just knocked him out.
See, Jeremiah's on the right path of thinking. I wearily declined Jeremiah's kind offer while holding down his eager fist. Settle down, settle down. We don't need to punch him yet. Yes, thank you guys for hitting the retention button. It does help out in the current state of Twitch because I don't know if they fixed it or not, but they were being kind of buggery about counting your views. So it helps me out a ton when you guys hit that button. Alright. I wonder why Xavier hadn't kept Jeremiah in check only to see him looking down with a furrowed brow. He seemingly lost in thought. Twitch being a butt must be a day that ends in Y. For real. For real. Xavier? Are you thinking about Soren's schemes?
I can't figure out what he's planning for now, but maybe we don't need to know.
It seems like Xavier's run out of thinking capacity for the day.
If we obsess over trying to predict his moves, we'll be easily led around by the nose. We don't need to know everything. As long as we can identify a general pattern and strike the vital point, we can still achieve our goal. And Soren is clearly the vital point in all of his plans.
Vital. I'm thinking of Kamen Rider. Well, yes. It's a good thing to think about. Well, now I died. I got zapped. Oh no. That do be a way to go. But how do we convince him to give up once we find him?
We don't have to.
Xavier blinks.
At worst, we can follow Jeremiah's advice and knock him out to control the situation.
Kamen Riders, my Roman Empire. Thunderbird, you guys are two peas in the same pot. The Roman Empire. For the glory of Roma. I forgot there was actually a death battle episode where a Kamen Rider fought Nero from freaking Fate's Day. I guess knocking people out is a tradition passed down between the backtrackers. Xavier nods in a slightly bashful manner. It's as if someone just praised him. Oh, she acknowledged the fact that we knock people out. I'm speechless. Meanwhile, Xavier raises his finger. The light walls and bands of light around Isaiah's wrists scatter into specks and starlight before dissipating.
Aside from No Hunt Zone number 39, what are the other locations Soren selected?
Are you planning to search through them one by one? I advise you to reconsider. When you were captured by Eva, Soren also participated in modifying your suppressor. The rest of us will have better odds against him.
Isaiah analyzes the situation calmly, even though his satisfaction with Xavier is evident in every word.
The magnetic field overlap is Soren's all-or-nothing gamble. He won't be merciful this time. Considering his access to Ever's resources, do you think he developed something that'll specifically target your suppressor?
Oh no!
Probably.
Soren modified your suppressor? What did he do?
Don't worry. I won't let myself be at a disadvantage.
You can pick another skill? Nice!
You could remove the suppressor.
That's the one thing we'll never do.
Then you can sit back and watch Earth get torn to shreds.
Isaiah lets out a cold snort. His expression is a mix of detached indifference and simmering anxiety. That very anxiety stirred a faint unease in me as well. Are the problems Soren caused really that bad? Isaiah tends to be a little dramatic when he speaks. Girly Pop, you a little dramatic? He's not waxing poetic, he's waxing Shakespearean. I need to find a chance to ask Xavier about his suppressor privately. You know, you gotta ask him about his suppressor, you know, like on a more one-on-one basis, not in front of people.
Everyone's exhausted. Let's get some rest. Soren is human too. Even when he's up to no good, he still needs to sleep.
All right, I'll take care of this guy. We can discuss how to sort out his situation tomorrow.
And we're going to show up tomorrow, and Isaiah's going to have a few fresh bruises. Jeremiah gets up to see us off and uses it as an opportunity to sneakily kick Isaiah, but he dodges. Xavier and I pretend not to notice. We keep our gazes focused on what's ahead as we leave. Just don't pay attention to it. Just don't pay attention. You know, I'm sure it'll be all fine. We turn the corner. Since the flower shop is closed and no one's around, we meet each other's gazes and burst into laughter. Let's bring them some ointment tomorrow. You know, I think Jeremiah still got the advantage in that whole situation because Isaiah's hands were tied, so he's just, you know, walloping on him like... Never underestimate Jeremiah, chat. A moment to breathe. (10 p.m.) isn't exactly late for Lincoln City. Usually the warm glow from small stalls would light up the pedestrian zone. Their gentle yet inviting radiance can create a welcoming pathway for visitors. As Xavier and I walk down the somewhat empty street, I feel a sense of desolation.
I can't smell any fried rice or grilled sausage.
The real tragedy. Lots of anomalies are appearing lately. People joke about wanting the apocalypse to hurry up, but deep down they're worried. 10 p.m. The night is young. Well, not for me. I'm an old fart. I like to go to bed by 9 if I'm, if I got to go to work in the morning. I can probably stretch it to 10, but Chad, I am tired these days. All right, Grandpa, let's get you to bed. It's just what my body's used to at this point. The convenience store should still be open. Do you want to go there? They might have your sausage.
I'm not hungry.
I narrow my eyes and grab his shirt by the shoulder. You've been acting strange ever since we finished interrogating Isaiah, and now you're saying you're not hungry?
I'm actually not hungry.
Unless there's a serious problem, you'd say, okay, and eat something even if you weren't hungry.
True. I'm thinking about a problem.
What?
I'm thinking about...
Alright, guys. Let's see how he does it. The silence around us makes Xavier's pause. As he struggles to respond, all the more obvious. Under my increasingly insistent stare, a finger is pressed against my forehead. It gently pushes me back. Ah!
I'm thinking about how accurately you pinpointed Isaiah's weaknesses. You've never met him before, but you knew how to deal with him. Did you just wing it?
Xavier is being sly again. He's using the way I interrogated Isaiah to avoid my questions. Xavier smiles innocently, but his eyes reveal a hint of mischief.
I get it. Your brain is overloaded from processing too much information. So it wants to use me as a distraction to relax for a bit. If you want to relax, I have plenty of ways to help with that.
No thanks. Knocking me out doesn't count as relaxing. I don't know why they call them the backtrackers when they just regularly knock people out. They should be calling them the knock out. You know what? Maybe the backtracker's name is what needs to stick. I cross my hands above my head to block the palm that's moving above me.
Do you think I only use violence to solve my problems?
Not only, but you do have a bit of a pattern with it. I never really thought about it that way before, but after Isaiah appeared, the impression has become more obvious. It's not my fault. Taking advantage of my relaxed state, Xavier breaks through my defenses and vigorously rubs my head with a considerable amount of force. Oh no, not the head pats! Before I can even protest, his fingers press down on several pressure points. My tense mind actually feels at ease.
Better?
Just release the pressure on the small. Temporarily, but none of these problems have been solved. I also need to keep a close eye on you. These moments of relaxation are just a drop in the bucket. In the darkness, the light in Xavier's eyes seems to flicker for a moment. He lets out a soft sigh near my ear.
You already know what I'm going to do, don't you?
You want to find Soren by yourself. You want Isaiah to tell you the remaining locations, then you'll find Soren yourself.
You won't accept that.
Spot on. I wouldn't. I know we have relevant leads, so we should find him as soon as possible. We can't give him too much time and let the situation spiral out of control. It looked like I easily dealt with the spatial anomalies today, but that was because my evol and the Aether Core. The number of anomalous incidents is increasing. If these things start appearing everywhere in the future, I'll be exhausted to death and still won't be able to deal with all of them.
To ensure you're alive, we should catch Soren as soon as possible.
Exactly, yes. The deserted commercial street has ironically become the perfect place for a serious conversation. In the middle of the road, Xavier steps near the streetlights while pulling me along. We're moving as if we're taking a leisurely stroll.
I want to find Soren by myself, but I don't want to stop him immediately. Isaiah is right. We don't know what or how much he created with Ever's resources. He definitely prepared a few things that target me specifically. Isaiah wasn't being paranoid.
He knows. He knows what you get up to.
If Soren completes the planet transplantation, the stalls, markets, and life as we know it will cease to exist. That can't happen. And if Philos were to return that way, it may not be the one we're hoping for.
Feeling somewhat melancholic, I nod. I know the strategy he has is more or less foolproof. But you're not the only one who can do this. Oh shit, he knows the browser history! He do.
Compared to me, is there anyone who's more likely to escape unscathed from this reconnaissance mission?
You know, I'm tempted to say Sylus, but he'd more or less make everything blow up. So maybe not.
Jeremiah? Isaiah? All things considered, neither of them are as suitable as I am.
If I ignore what Xavier is actually saying, his nonchalant tone will make me think he's discussing something as trivial as having more hair than anyone else. The problem is that your chances of escaping unscathed are greatly reduced, all because of that thing. Sensing my gaze on his neck, Xavier lowers his chin slightly, and his expression becomes somewhat complex.
Then we'll think of a way to get rid of it.
You're thinking about... Aside from finding Soren, you were also thinking about how to remove the suppressor, right? Xavier's about to answer, but after he glances at me, he stops walking and his eyes narrow.
You sound eager.
I'm coming with you.
For what?
Those two things. Removing the suppressor can't be easy. Something like that is comparable to undergoing major surgery. You need family or friends there to support you. And if we do gather intel afterwards, you might be able to launch a surprise attack and subdue Soren. I need to work with you to fight our way out. Compared to Xavier's strategy, mine is a little more idealistic. But I already made up my mind. If he doesn't listen to reason, I'll monitor his every move 24/7 without taking a break. Totally normal friend behavior, right? Totally just looking out for him. Girly pop, that might not go over as well as you think it will. Do I need a reason to stick with my partner through everything? I hear the sound of a message notification. Xavier checks it. Then he puts his device away and looks up. Looking up.
Let's move.
Where are we going?
We need to do things that require family to be present from start to finish.
Under the streetlight, two shadows suddenly intertwine and overlap. After a burst of brilliant light, the street is deserted. And away we go. Alright. It is 8:50, and unfortunately, like Thunderbird properly pointed out, I am a little bit of a grandpa. And I was up early for work this morning, so I think this will be a good place to say adieu for now. I think this will be a good place to call it for a night. We're getting ready to finish off this. We got more to go through. Thank you, Nolio, for the head patch. I appreciate that. All right, let me get Sprutify pulled up here real quick so we have going away music. Yes, it's you. Just turn that off. There we go. All right. Well, appreciate it, everybody, once again, hanging out, spending time with me. Your time is, in fact, the #1 thing you can give to us streamers and content creators, and it is the best way for you to support us, and I appreciate every single one of you that comes out and hangs out for our little bit of variety streams. So we're going to go ahead and find some people to raid out to for the night, and I can go do a heckin' eep. Let's see here. Who is up? Who is up? Who is up? All right. Yep. I see them. I see them. Don't mind me just scrolling the list because there's a lot of people on tonight. Jesus Christ. Do. All right. I know where to send you guys. I know where to send you. All right. We're going to raid you out to Miss Raumau. They are currently playing Yap Yap with a couple of the streamers. So we'll send you over there so you guys can enjoy the chaos and whatever other stuff's going on there. If you guys haven't already, please feel free to join up in the Discord. That is where we will be talking more about a whole lot of tokusatsu things, I think. We're gathering steam with some tokusatsu love around here, so definitely join up for that, for music, for all the kinds of fun stuff. Yes, definitely chaos. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow night for another stream. You guys have an excellent night. Goodbye.